My name is Angus Henderson, and today, November 16th, 2018, I am talking to Paul Stafford, also known as Carmen Devereaux. Paul is a professional drag performer. This interview, as you may have guessed, is a part of the OSU Diverse Sexuality and Gender Oral History Projects, specifically focused on the history of the campus drag show, Dragonfly. So, I have a whole list of questions, but if you think of other things you want to say, you go ahead. Don't feel bad. Okay. So, when we last spoke, you told me you first started doing drag around, 2005. How'd you get into it?
This is going to date me. Well, I guess it already is. So, do you remember that? It's like what is it? Some kind of live journal site. Zanga.
I had one too, bro.
I know, and I'm so embarrassed, but that's how it was. Well, I had just turned 16, and so I was able to drive, and so I was able to go finally see, the drag shows. I was an gay kid, and I heard about drag. So I went to actually Mount St. Mary High School, which was a Catholic high school here. In Oklahoma City. And I was the only out person at that time.
Oh,
I know. It's But it was definitely a time where I definitely rebelled, but at the same time I was able to figure out what I wanted to do. And what I really was so fascinated and curious about. And so they had a drag show at the rec room. Back then on Fridays and Saturday nights. I had I'd come to see a couple of them. I was I could do that. And once I had expressed what was happening in my life as a young gay teenager, all the woes and sorrows that came with it, I expressed that I was I want to do drag. And then I guess one of the other drag queens who had a Zanga found out, or who was did the bookings for it.
Oh.
And so I was hey, why don't you come and work? And I was oh my god, this is my big break.
Oh.
And so I of course did it. I was 16 years old. Actually, now that I think about it, this actually might be the very anniversary of my debut as Carmen Devereaux. Wow.
Oh my
What
God.
is the date?
It's the 16th of November.
That sounds about right. Somewhere around here.
Wow.
Yeah, weird, huh?
It was meant to be.
How many years was that? I don't even know. I should have counted.
2005 to now.
Mhm.
I don't want to think about how many years that's been.
I
That's
know.
when I graduated high school.
In 2005?
Yes.
Okay.
So don't feel
Well,
bad.
I'm just a little younger than you.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
That
So I'd
is-
have been doing drag for... Oh, no, I'm curious. I want to know.
17 years.
That's going to make me feel old as fuck.
Oh, not 17 years, sure.
Don't say it isn't so.
12? I can't count. I'm
gonna
gay.
throw up. I'm gonna throw up. Okay.
You're doing the math on the calculator. I love it.
13 years.
13.
Wow, lucky number 13.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's a lucky anniversary.
Yeah, it's a number 3. It's a lucky number, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure not to walk under any black ladders or
Or kiss any cats.
kiss any cats.
Yep.
Yeah, so stay away. Yeah, so that's how I got started.
That folds into my next question, which was, how did you start performing publicly? Tell me about that first show.
So the very first show, actually, coincidentally, the very first time that I was ever in drag, everybody dresses up for drag.
Yeah.
At least once, and there'd be a Halloween, if you will.
Yes.
So it was the year before, maybe it was that same year, but I went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh.
And I'm now doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show, so it's all woo.
Time is a flat
Time
circle.
warp, right? Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, time warp is better.
Totally. Right. Yeah, so I started on my first drag show. Oh my god. I was so stressed out about it. Because it has to be absolutely perfect. And I looked fucking atrocious.
Oh no!
Oh my god. Well, it wasn't that bad. I've seen way worse. But I let one of my girlfriends do my makeup, and it was okay.
Oh.
But I remember the very first step that I took, like, onto the stage. I, like, stepped out of my shoe.
Oh, of course.
I was mortified. But then I just slipped it right back on and then just kept on going.
Isn't that just the way
Ain't that the darndest? Oh yeah, and I haven't stopped. I've really taken an occasional, like, couple month break. I mean, before I turned 21, I was still doing drag, and then I went to school for a little bit, and so, you know, I was like, I'm tired of going to the underage bars and stuff, so I was like, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
And then once I turned 21, it was like, whew. Yeah.
To the fun bars, if you will. Yes.
With alcohol.
Mm-hmm. And all that other interesting stuff that alcohol brings.
Debauchery, if you will.
Yes. Is that where you met Jackie Monroe?
I did. She gave me one of my very first shows.
Oh.
At the rec room. Yeah.
Oh.
We became very fast friends, and I don't know, we both kind of clicked. She was weird, I was weird. She liked that there's like another kind of, I don't know.
A weird young lady.
Kind of artsy, I guess you could say. I don't know. I feel like there's just like some people who like get it, and not to say that I'm like, I have that certain je ne sais quoi, but you know, it's...
But you do.
But you know, you can see it. Even whenever you meet cool people, you're like, oh, you get it. Like, you're cool. Like,
yeah.
So basically, I was just really cool.
Sometimes that's how it is. You meet somebody, you're both
But we
cool.
connected on like a, you know, we were kind of outcasts. We kind of felt like, because of our ideas and the drag that we did, and so.
Oh.
But yeah, we became fast friends, and yeah, we had a lot of fun together.
Oh.
Yeah, it was fun times.
She's. What? Did you forget something?
Oh, I forgot I had to wash my beauty blender. Okay, now that we're back, and now look at this nice, clean beauty blender.
She's beautiful, incredible. I can't tell the difference, but I believe you. Is it bigger?
You can smell it. Is. It got all fluffed back up.
Oh.
Put the life right back in her.
Wow. You really fluffed that one, huh?
Sure did.
Okay.
It smells good too.
Oh, good. Yeah, you had all kinds of smell good stuff in that bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you had a day job at some kind of big name beauty supply place.
Laboratory.
So, is Jackie Monroe the one that got you into Dragonfly?
Actually, no.
Really?
Surprisingly. So we,
I'm gonna turn the camera down. So
Oh, you're fine.
Some of these cool drawers.
Yeah, it's just full of makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff I don't ever wear. A lip bag. Full of
like
lipstick.
It's
kind of fun. This is one of my favorite things. It's a Marge Simpson lip gloss.
Oh my
from
god.
MAC.
Is it actually yellow?
Yeah, it's called Nacho Cheese.
That
Explosion.
is terrifying. I love
Oh my
it.
god, I love it. Yeah, come on. Anyway, yeah, so it was actually the very first year that I performed at Dragonfly, which I believe was in like 2007, I think is what I had decided. I can never remember what year it was. It was either 2007.
Right.
Yeah, something like that. 2007, 2008. Maybe it was. I think it was 2000. I don't fucking know. Damn it. So, one of my very good friends, Riley Moore, or Steve Gelotai, who I'm sure do you know Steve?
He's on my list.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you'll actually probably meet him tonight.
Oh, wonderful.
I'll try and get him to kind of step out with this. So he was good friends with, I guess, some people on this, you know, swab board, and or I guess just swab, not the swab board. And yeah, he was like, "Hey, I'm putting on the show at Dragonfly or at OSU, and it'd be cool if you did it." And I'm having you and Jackie and Paige Carmichael, who was another drag queen at that time, and they still did like the contest and the
like the beauty pageant.
Yeah, they started doing that, and we got dressed like in this bathroom with like bad lighting.
Oh.
And people kept like coming in and out. It was like definitely like a very accessible bathroom. They're like, "What the fuck are these people doing in here? Are these drag queen, like we're just, you know, getting ready. We have to get ready where you can." But it was fun. I was underage. I mean, God, I was only like 18, I guess.
Oh.
And so I kind of like go out and do anything.
That's fun. But
it was still fun. It was terrifying.
Was that in the big student union? Do you remember?
That was in the... It was in the student union, and I think it was one of the ballrooms.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right.
I think it had like a stage, but they had like some like long runway. It was pretty big space, you know.
Bet that was the Starlight Terrace.
I wish that we would do it there. That would be kind of fun.
It doesn't hold very many people.
Really?
Really?
Maybe it just seemed like so much more because I didn't have any alcohol in my system.
That's
And so, no, just kidding. And so...
We can talk about that later.
Right. Okay.
But how'd the first show that you were in go?
Yeah, it was fun. And it really, that was whenever I first met Dennis Rudisil. And so, because he was running it at that time. So he was the first one to do it. And so, it's cool. Like, our friendship, I mean, it really... That was kind of like where it formed. And, you know, we've been friends ever since. And
you kept coming back for Dragonfly.
Totally. After that, I mean, they had me back every year. And after that, they had Jack A host it. And it was at some other, like, ballroom.
Still there in the Union?
Still there in the Union. And then I think it was, like, the third year that they got it to.
The big place.
The place.
The West Walking
The West
Center.
Walking Center. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the fucking tits. Right
Yeah?
there. Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, you felt like... I mean, it's always fun, you know? You're like, hey, this is fun. And then... I think by then I was, like, 21.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Is that Elmer's glue you're putting on your eyebrow?
It is.
Okay.
Elmer's glue.
Wow.
Disappearing peplum.
Oh.
Yeah.
Secrets. Industry secrets.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, once I went to the West Walking Center, I was like, oh my God, I feel like a rock star. Like,
yeah.
You know, because there's so many, I mean, the first couple of years, like, it was packed.
Yeah?
And they had, like, a RuPaul's Drag Race girl, like, you know.
Wow.
But even before that, before the Drag Race girls, I mean, like, whenever it was just us, they still, like, you could do anything, and they just, like, get so excited, you're like, oh my God, people love this. People love this shit.
People are
like, to see it, like, on, like, a big spectrum, you're like, okay, yeah, I can get into that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh. That must have been so much fun.
It was cool.
And then you were getting to be good friends with Dennis.
I was. And we would... So he was there for all the Dragonflies because, like, all of his friends, they were all, like, right around the same group, the people of the SWAT board and some of the other, like, LGBT, like, clubs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of them ran Dragonfly too. So it's like each year was like, oh, it's gonna be, you know, like Amanda, or it's gonna be, you know, Chris or whoever. Like, but they were all such cool people, you know. And so, and like once they all graduated, because we're all the same age, I was like, oh man, now I feel like old.
Yeah.
Because it's like all these like youngins, they're like running the stuff. I'm like, how old are you, honey? They're like, I'm 21. Okay.
Oh.
My heart.
Yeah.
And my hip.
Yeah.
Just caved in on itself.
Yeah. It's so sweet that they're trying so hard, though, you know.
They love it.
They do.
I think we just need a young little gay boy to do it. It's been a while since you had a little gay boy.
I agree. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens this year.
I hope.
Yeah.
Not that the girls don't do a good job,
but somebody who, like, grew up suckling at RuPaul's teat would be appreciated.
Yes. Suckle on the teat of the RuPaul.
Yes. So, Jack A was the host before you.
Yes.
And then you ended up hosting? How did that happen?
So, it was... I don't know how much you want to know.
All of it. Dish.
Is this going to be incriminating evidence against me?
It depends on what you say.
Am I going to have to speak to a doctor or a lawyer?
I mean, I do have a privacy agreement for you to sign later.
Okay, good.
You don't have to mention names. But tell me.
So I had been doing Dragonfly for, you know, oh God, I guess it had been like 6 years maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been hosting it for 5. We started in 2000.
That's 6 years. 2007 to 2013.
Uh-huh.
That's what I have written down, I believe.
Oh, okay, good. I'm so glad you do math.
I took notes.
Oh, good. Good. So yeah, I mean, I had always been there, and I had like every time that we would go out or like do anything, like publicity was always like Jackie and Carmen. And I don't know. I mean, I think that some people just kind of let other things get ahead of what should be in the forefront, and it can affect their lives. And I mean, whether it's in like the workplace or, you know, show business or anything, like, you know, you can get like burnt out on something, and like if something is kind of repetitive and, you know, you come expecting to be treated a certain way, maybe you don't get treated the certain way that you should, or you feel like you should, you know. And I don't know. I think that it was time for somebody new, you know. And she always said, you know, like, if for some reason I don't continue to host Dragonfly, like I won't eat it. I was like, okay, cool. And then the next year I did.
Oh. Well, there you go.
But it's been fun. I mean, I feel like it would be weird if like somebody who hadn't been doing it for so long, because it's like, I mean, for me, it's such a big part of my life that, like, you know, I met so many cool people through that. It was like the first time that I ever felt like a star, I guess you could say. And, you know, it's cool for people. I feel almost like a drag queen, like, ambassador, like a liaison, like going to like talk to these like people in Stillwater, Oklahoma, like,
you're not
where
wrong.
It's always like cowboys, and you hear all these horror stories, and, you know, it's like you think it's all a bunch of hicks, and then like you get there and you're like, oh, it's not really like that. I mean, there are hicks, but there's hicks everywhere, you know. And there's shitty people everywhere, but the amount of support and the amount of people, like, once I saw all those people there to see like a drag show, I'm like, holy shit. And that was before like RuPaul's Drag Race, where now, you know, people pack the shit out of a house to see some Drag Race girls, which is cool, but I don't know. I feel like I did it first.
You did.
You know,
that's why I wanted to interview you.
God bless. See, I always knew it pays to be stupid. I'm just kidding.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So, you were on the phone with me and you told me this whole story about one of the Ru girls, but first of all, who was the first Ru girl to come?
I believe it was Raja.
Oh.
Yeah,
what
from
was
season.
that like?
Oh, it was so cool. And I had like met some other RuPaul's, like, you know, Drag Race girls before that. They had all been kind of like bitches, and I'm like, oh, you're kind of like shitty and like not a good performer. And so then, like, after meeting Raja, I'm like, oh, like, you're really badass, and like you're so, like, some of them would be like, oh no, I must get ready somewhere else away from the other girls, and I'm like, come on, bitch, really? Like,
away from the map.
But she was like, oh no, like, here, move over, like, I'll just like come and get ready next to you guys. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, and she knew like Vanity, who was one of the other girls from you know, in the show, and we got to perform, you know, several times, or maybe not perform a couple times together, but we've like got to hang out, and she's just really cool. Very like down to earth, which is always refreshing, you know. Yeah. So wise. She's so wise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she seems sweet.
Very sweet.
Oh.
Yeah. So then it was like Chad Michaels, which was fucking awesome. It was like she did like her chair, and I'm a big chair fan, and so
she looks just,
it was just like standing
her.
right next to her. I'm like, I don't really know like what, you know, because I think the chair. Like, I'm an idiot. Like, I can totally sell it to me. What do you want my money? I'll give it to you.
It's okay. I would have lost my mind too.
Oh my god, like, she was awesome. How
did the kids take the transition from Jackie to you before I get too far off?
I think there's a lot of like one-up, you know, but, you know, and I just had to tell them kind of the same thing I said. Was like, well, times change. Sometimes it's good for a new host. I didn't have anything to do with it. I was just asked, and of course I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if I didn't feel like it was not going as I felt like it should be, maybe, but, yeah.
Sometimes you just need a change.
Yeah. Okay. And if I need to be that person to change it, then I can do it, and I did. And they liked it, and I think that it's still, like, I mean, it definitely like changed with like, because I did host the first year. It was at the West Watkins Center, and that was awesome.
Oh.
And then the next year it was like at that other place, and I'm like,
At the Student Union Theater, I think.
Theater. It's okay.
That was what, 2014?
Well, yeah.
Was that the year you got caught smoking outside?
I was smoking a cigarette outside, and I almost got arrested, dressed as a gardener.
Excuse me?
I was in a gardener costume because I was doing this like burlesque routine where like come out. I was this like sexy gardener, and then I stripped down to like this little flowery, hardly a thing on my body, naked, not good. And so before the show, like, you know, I only went to Stillwater like once, maybe twice a year, and so I don't know, you can like smoke a cigarette on campus. And so I was out there just smoking a cigarette, and everybody like went inside. I'm just out there, and this like security man came and assaulted me. I'm just kidding. Told me to put on my cigarette and that he was going to fine me. I was like, you can't fine me. I'm not a student here. And so he said that I was giving him attitude. I was like, well, I don't go here and I don't know your rules, so sorry. I can like put this out and I can smoke. And so then I walked inside, and then he followed me and then threatened to, you know, take me downtown. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can't take me downtown, buddy. And so the guys, like, maybe it was the guy who was like running it. Maybe some president.
Jesse Anderson.
Some president, yes, President Hamilton.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Alexander
Hamilton came in and saved the day. Yeah.
Wow.
But he like talked to this security man, and everything was fine.
Oh, good. I think that was Jesse Anderson. Like, kind of a sweet little guy, dark hair.
No, I think he was like older, like an older gentleman. Kind of like, he was kind of attractive.
Oh, because he was defending your honor?
Totally.
Yeah.
And because I like guys in power.
I know what you mean.
I'm a little submissive. But he came in and talked to him, but I was just like, damn it.
Oh.
Can a girl just smoke a cigarette? Apparently not.
I'm glad you didn't get taken downtown.
Me too. I would have been very popular.
Yeah. Well, you probably would have been the only person in there. But.
Damn it, they're like, what are you in for? Smoking a cigarette on campus? Or
Whoa. Downtown, for God's sake. Stillwater has 3 streets.
Exactly.
So, was that the year we had Raven, or?
That was the next year, whenever the police also showed up.
What? You're a danger magnet.
I know. I can't. I know. I don't know. Men in uniform are attracted to me for some reason.
They're attracted to you? Magnetically?
Magnetically, I'm sure. They just smell trouble whenever I'm around, I guess.
Oh, what happened?
So, some stupid bitch. I don't know if she still goes there, but she's stupid. I guess, so Raven was there. She thought that Raven had taken money out of her purse. I'm like, Raven's getting paid more money than you'll probably make while you're in your college life. Why would she take $19 from her purse? And so she called the police and said that Raven stole money from her purse at Dragonfly. And so I do my number, I come backstage, I'm wearing a fucking rhinestone cow costume, and they're like, hey, there's about 6 cops here. They're talking to Raven, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I go out and I talk to these guys. Mind you, Raven is about like 9 feet tall, and I'm like also wearing these giant heels, and these little cops are just like down below us. And so they're like asking to like search her stuff. She was like, yeah, you can search my stuff. She was like, why the fuck would I take this money? She was like, do you want to get a dress right now? Because I will. And they were like, oh, no, ma'am, no, that's fine. No, it's, like, they just sounded like the stupidest fucking fucks ever.
Straight out of Mayberry.
And then that girl was like, oh, I found my money. I'm like, you know that every single gay man out here, anybody who was backstage is like, cutting eyes. So that was the second time that police came. We haven't had any police come since we've been at the student union. Maybe that's why we're in the student union now.
There was also a change in administration.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's totally, change of administration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a schism in OSQ&A. There was all kinds of weird stuff.
What? Drama?
Yeah. Now there's 2 gay clubs on campus.
What's the other one?
GSSO.
What's that stand for?
I don't know.
Something.
Gay something.
Gay kids on
gender
campus?
Sexuality something something.
Okay.
It's more job oriented though. They like want to get jobs.
Well,
Gays
don't
get
we
jobs.
all?
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Shit.
So, speaking of Raven's paycheck, how much more was she getting paid than y'all? You were saying something about this. You seemed unhappy.
I don't know. I know it's well, I think it's something that not that I'm unhappy, because everybody can state, stake your claim, like, how much you want to get paid, whether they pay it or not, and then if they decide to pay it, they decide to pay it. I just think it's interesting, like, granted these people are on TV, like the Drag Race people, anybody really who comes for like a special spot, and they come in from out of town and they have like their plane tickets and everything, and so it ends up being expensive, but it seems so easy, I think, for people to like shell out this kind of money for these people who are kind of doing the same thing, except for they were like on TV. And whenever it comes to like local people, they're like, you want me to pay you how much? And it's like a big deal like that. And so I'm like, I don't know. I guess I understand. It's like if you're on TV and you have like your fee, you guess, like I have my fee for like certain things, and so maybe I just need to up it. But then it's like, well, back. I guess it's kind of like getting your bachelor's degree, right? It's like, some person who has like all this more experience or more TV time, like if you want to say it like that, like is probably gonna get the job.
Yeah.
But, and it's like, but not that I'm not grateful for being a part of, Dragonfly Forever, how much they pay me. It's like, I think it's not just that. I think that it's definitely seen around the country.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of times like the local girls feel a little bit more like peons. Because they're like, well, you can show up for free and do a number if you want, but we're going to pay this bitch $15,000. I don't know how much, people get paid and stuff, but it's like,
There does seem to be a pretty big difference between, like, the RuPaul girls and, like, everyone else.
Right. Well, it used to be that with, like, pageants. Like, pageants were such, like, a big thing. And, like, these girls would do these pageants, and then they'd, like, travel around. They do, their prelims and stuff in different states. But they would have their booking fee, which would be, I don't know, however much. But whenever they're at this venue, like, they're expected to be paid this amount. And so now that pageantry, technology and media is like, oh yeah, television is definitely going to be more lucrative, but it's also going to be more people are going to see it.
Yeah.
And it also becomes more of like a family name kind of thing. Like little kids love drag queens now, and like families watch it together, and it's such a trend, which is cool. I think maybe I just need to be on RuPaul's Drag Race so I can get that check.
We can try.
We're gonna try, God willing.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Right.
So you mentioned something about a rhinestone cow costume. Pardon me.
Yep. I have a rhinestone cow costume. I might actually do it tonight if you're gonna be there. God.
Yes, I will take my camera inside just for that.
Yeah.
Holy crap. But tell me about the cow costume, because there's a little bit of a scandal about it in 2014, I believe.
What?
That's just what I've heard.
Is this something that I told you?
Yes.
Well, I forgot what happened. Was it the Raven thing?
No. It was the cow number.
Oh, probably because I might have mentioned Mary Fallon's name in it. It's in my mix. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm like, who told you that? You're like, you did. I'm like, oh, really? God damn. Okay.
Your eyebrows have just disappeared. It is terrifying.
And now it begins. I usually start doing my makeup like an hour before I have to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just taking my time. Watch, I'm still going to be fucking late. And we'll be like, fuck, I had 3 hours to get ready.
No, we're going to get there. You're going to be done.
You're
going to
be my time management person.
Yes, because I want you to have a full, beautiful face on.
Me too.
By the time we finish this interview, so that the whole world, at least everyone watching this oral history transcript video, can see just how beautiful you are.
How many people are going to be seeing this?
I have no idea.
Am I going to be getting some commercial deals out of this?
I mean, maybe.
I'll sell a car if you need me to.
That would be incredible.
Okay.
Drag queen car dealership, sign me up.
I could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves.
My God, that's beautiful.
I know.
You're like a poet.
I know. I stole that from my friend.
You didn't have to tell me that.
Damn it.
I would have believed you.
Well, hell.
So, the next year, after 2014, when you were caught smoking outside of it and also did the cow number, which seemed to displease some people, there might have been some phone calls made.
I guess they're out. Yeah. I feel like every year there's always some Bible thumping person who was like, there's drag queens down at the West Walking Center, they're saying fuck. They're talking about titties and dicks. And it's like, well, then what are you doing here? It's like, this is an adult show. This is adult entertainment. If you're in college, you're an adult. It's like, if you can't handle it, then smell you later. But, I don't know. I think that's the other thing, too, with, being in such, a conservative area that you do have to worry about that. You worry about, am I going to get, picketed tonight? Am I going to is some bitch going to pull up with a gun? You never know. They're, real thoughts that could actually happen. And it's but I'm always surprised whenever it doesn't. Or maybe I'm not surprised whenever it doesn't happen. But it's I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's just scary. You live in the South, and that's kind of first going to Dragonfly was you want me to go where? And ever since then, I've been to some bum fuck towns, just tiny little towns in Texas that pay the big money. They pay really good money.
Oh.
But then they're the most loving and welcoming people, but you're oh my God, right next to us is cows.
Mm-hmm.
And hay bales.
We're gonna go to a barn raising later.
Jebediah
has done fixed up the moonshine still.
I'm hey, bring it on.
Uh-huh.
Bring it on, Jebediah. There's a little bar in McAllister, Oklahoma called Fat Mary's, which is so much fun.
Really?
It's a little gay bar, and it's right in between the prison and the goat farm.
Oh!
And
prime location, huh?
Yeah, right? And they're yeah, let's go, you can go out onto the patio and smoke cigarettes. I was okay, cool. You walk out and it's a pasture. And you're well, this is lovely. I can see the stars.
That sounds idyllic.
Yeah. It
Wow.
was, but it's fun, I'm always surprised by humanity, I think.
Yeah. Small town gays tend to be very sweet and close-knit, in my experience.
Oh, totally. I think so, too.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be.
Yeah. It's you and
you
two
need to
other
find
people.
your tribe. Yeah, you gotta find your tribe and stick together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that was the last year in the West Walking Center. We're back on track.
Yeah.
Then we moved to the student union. What was that like?
It was a change, I think. And I think it was because everybody had so many questions for me. They're why? And I'm I don't know. I'm just told where to go and do the show and have fun and get paid. And so it was weird because so many people had come to the West Walking Center. I'm I don't know how they're going to fit in here. And whenever you used to I don't know, a different stage setup, whereas this one's an auditorium classroom kind of thing.
It's an auditorium.
Yeah, it's different, and it's still fun. I think it's still, but I think that connection, I think that you can make with I think it's easier to get people's attention whenever they're not. I don't know.
How is the West Walking Center set up differently?
It was just a runway, a platform stage, and a runway, and chairs over here, chairs all every fucking where.
Oh.
Yeah,
so
I packed it out. Yeah, wow. And I'm that's what we need. We need a catwalk. And they're like, don't let them take tips. And I'm like, if I see $1, I'm going to take it. I don't care if I'm walking down the street. I don't care if we're sitting right here and you're like, when I'm like, sure, yeah, I mean.
No, thanks.
Thank you. Oh my God, thanks.
Every time. Yeah. It's
So
automatic.
that was kind of like that was the weird part, I think. But I still take dollars, so it's like.
I don't blame you.
And I will continue to take the dollars. Yeah.
I think somebody didn't realize that drag queens take tips everywhere.
So, I mean, and I will say, like, there's definitely, like, some shows where it really don't do that. And I've done burlesque before, like, at, like, straight bars and stuff where, you know, it's kind of rude to tip because you tip strippers, not, like, a burlesque artist, you know?
Oh.
And so, you know, because it also, like, messes up the routine sometimes. And, like, sometimes we'll have, like, a hat with, like, dollar that you can put dollars in or something. But, yeah. Did that answer your question? I don't feel like it did.
I wonder if the hat thing would be good.
Just, like, tip out a hat.
Yeah.
And, like, they did that one year where they had, like, baskets going around. And they're like, okay, everybody gets an envelope for however much money you collected during your number. Mine was, like, $200. So I'm like, holy shit, we should do this all the time. I didn't have to do anything.
That's awesome.
You know? I'm like, can we go back to that? Because I really like that.
What year was that?
Oh, God, I don't know. Oh, God, I don't know what year it was.
Well, where was it?
I think it was in the student union.
How weird.
Yeah. I was like, that's cool. Like, yeah, tip my ass.
Because we moved there in 2015, and then we had the first show there. And then the next year you came back, and it was a super long show. Do you remember that?
Probably because I was like talking my ear off. I was talking everybody's ears off.
Oh.
Because I will sit there, if I have a microphone, I'll just sit there and I'll just talk. If I can just talk about nothing, really, to be honest.
Well, you gotta do that when you're a host. You gotta fill that space.
But then people are like, girl, you took so long. I'm like, why didn't anybody stop me? I have no concept of time out there. You know, and even like during the drag shows here, I'm like, okay, someone like make a buzzer sound or like give me the like, woo, woo, all right, let's go. Or I won't fucking know.
It's good to have outside cues to help you.
Right.
Oh my God.
Like, I mean, they were laughing, I guess, so I thought it was okay.
Well, there were a lot of performers that year too.
Oh my God, yes. I think that was one of the years that they did like the contest. I can't remember if they did it like a contest this year. Maybe they did.
I don't know. This most recent year?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's get to last year's show first.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so
that was the circus one?
Yes. Which coincidentally, that was the theme of, I think, the second Dragonfly.
Oh.
There's been like different themes like every year, and then like finally they repeated it, and I was like, I wonder how long it's gonna take before they start repeating shit. I'm like, oh, it starts this year. Okay.
Oh, you made it happen by thinking about it.
I sure did. I'm like, what? Yep.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
That show was like 3 hours long from what I hear.
I know, and I was like, well, fuck, why didn't anybody tell me?
Oh my God. Well, there were like 12 performers, I think.
Right. Yeah, I think that was a year where I was like, I was planning to do like all these numbers, like all this cool shit, and then I don't ever do it because I talk too much.
Oh.
I know.
Well, do you still get paid the same at least?
Exactly.
Oh, good.
And that's what counts.
Absolutely. So, you hosted last year too.
Yes.
What was that like?
Oh, it was great, actually. The year before last at SACT, I was with a boyfriend who didn't really want to do anything. He was just kind of a fuddy-duddy.
Aw.
He didn't smoke or drink or party, and I was like, well, I like to smoke and drink and party sometimes. And especially if I'm in Stillwater, like, I'm going to go and, like, party.
Yeah, college town, college kid, college party.
Right. And so he's like, it was a pain in my ass is what it was.
Oh.
But I have a new boyfriend this year, and he's way cooler.
He seems very sweet.
Yeah, he's very sweet. He's awesome. Yeah, last year, yeah, well. And I think after learning that, like, from the year before, I was like, okay, I need someone to tell me to, like, wrap it up. So, like, a 5-minute timer on my ass.
That's a good plan.
Yeah.
And we're putting on the new eyebrows.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yes, I'm so ready.
And here it begins. The transformation station.
Oh my god. Okay, so let's think far back in the reaches of time to that very first show in 2007.
Oh god.
And then remember this most recent show in 2017, which was 10 years. How have things changed?
Oh my god, I've definitely gotten older.
What about...
I think it's just like I realize I'm older than everybody now. Like, I mean, there are some older college students out there as well, but I think like, I don't know, it's just like a different generation. It's like a different group of kids, which is fine. I mean, it's the inevitable, but I think that they're all, I don't know, they're all kind of like the same in the sense that they're all just so sweet. And they all just like want to like hug a drag queen. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm like Elmo for 2-year-olds. You know, or Mickey Mouse. But it's fun, but it's also like, I think that with drag you can also use it as a platform to speak about things that are happening in the country and like things to like raise awareness for and like use your voice and your, you know, I guess power of, you know, I don't know, charisma to like go and like talk to these people and they listen and like they're with you and they're like, this is a generation of like, yeah, we're gonna fucking fight for whatever we're wanting to fight about. And it's cool to be able to like be a part of that movement where you can like help encourage it. Like even if it's just like encouraging people to vote, it's like, just get out there and fucking vote. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna vote. I'm like, good, do it. And they do.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just cool. People are just, it's fun. They're lovely. I think it's just, the difference between like this year and the first year, I think, was I am also in charge. Not really in charge, but like, you know, get to be the host. And, I don't know, not much changes. Like, it still feels the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's still like that same energy that I get whenever I walk out there and I'm like, how's it going, Dragonfly? And they're like, yeah! And they just lose their minds. And it's just funny. It's cool that it's still there. You know, like it was like if I went out there, I'm like, what's up, Dragonfly? And they're like, it's all still there, you know. After all these years, it's still cool. You know.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Are you doing a second eyebrow on top of your first eyebrow?
I'm just outlining it. It's gonna be nice and thick, I think, tonight.
Oh, we're gonna get thick.
I'm gonna get really thick and juicy.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you were telling me about doing drag shows in small towns, like in Texas and small towns here. Mm-hmm. What's that been like?
It's cool. I haven't really been able to like do it very much recently. Because like I'm a student and I have like not any time to do anything. You know.
That's student life.
Right. But it's always cool. Like, I don't know, the people everywhere are cool. It's just kind of nice to like get out of town, but then you're like in the country with like potentially scary people, but they always end up being cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
White trash America. It's great.
God bless them.
God bless them. Yeah. But it's always it's fun. It's always different. Like the hey, it's good. I don't know. You're just like kind of treated differently. You're treated a little bit more like, I don't know. You can tell that they're like glad that you're there. They're like, holy shit! How did this like beautiful statuesque lady come into this bar? Like Marty over there booked me. That's why. And but it's fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What's it like performing in the bigger drag venues here in Oklahoma City?
So I like work at the Boom, and it's like my home bar, and you know, there's so much opportunity there for me, you know, like I can do like the stage shows and like the drag shows, and you know, I've done I think like 9 or 10 of their like musical like theater shows and stuff that we like do for you know 6 weeks, and like book full houses and stuff and get to act and stuff. And so like, and I've always loved theater, so it's like a kind of a perfect venue, but it also like allows me to do it in drag, which is so much fun. Like I remember growing up and being in high school, like doing high school in theater and stuff, or doing theater in high school. And it is, I always wanted to play the girl roles, but like, I mean, I don't feel like transgendered or anything, but it was like, they were always so much more fun. And so now I can do that, you know? So, but it's, yeah, it's I enjoy it really. Any place that I've performed at in Oklahoma City, like I always have a good time.
What's the furthest you've gone?
Like where I've traveled, like performed and traveled.
Yeah.
I think probably I performed in Riverside, California.
Wow.
And actually at the University of Riverside.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have an event kind of like Dragonfly, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, and my friend Vanity Halston, who moved out there now. She lived in Oklahoma City for a while, but she lived out there and
she was in Dragonfly.
Yeah, she was in Dragonfly. And she knows like a lot of the RuPaul's Drag Race girls, like.
Oh.
So that was cool. But through that, I was able to get this like booking because she was like, "Hey, do you want to go to California with me and like we can do shows?" And like me and Jack Kay and Renee Hilton and her friend Josie DeCole, like we all went. So it was just like all these queens just like going to LA, like doing the thing, and it was so much fun.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Exactly. Oh,
wonderful.
It really was. It was lovely. I met Mayhem Miller there from I think she was on a couple seasons ago. There's so many people. It was so cool. But yeah.
That's really neat.
Yeah, and it was like, I don't know. It was cool.
Well, tell me about that show. Because that's another college drag show.
It was. It was kind of the same like setup, I guess. We did a couple numbers each. I did this like burlesque number, like stripped, and it was really cool. And then we did perform somewhere in Riverside and maybe like Palm Springs somewhere. It was a lot of fun. It was different. It was cool to be received well outside of the state. Like I've performed in like pageants and like out of the state before, but I don't know. Like it's always nice going out of town.
Yeah.
You know, especially with your people like you.
For sure.
You know, like whatever.
I'm going out with another bunch of beautiful girls and having a little adventure.
A little adventure.
Yes.
I don't know what colors to do tonight.
Well, you got the teal wig.
And I'm wearing her.
Mm-hmm. So let's see.
I'm wearing some blue.
I would go orangies. Because that's
orangey
the color wheel. You gotta get a color wheel and hang that thing up in here.
Yeah, so I can be like.
Yep. That's
you. Let's do some orange and purple.
Get artistic about it.
We're about to get crafty.
Yes. So, you've done Dragonfly here.
Mm-hmm.
And you did the sort of baby Dragonfly out there, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever performed at other colleges?
I did some stuff with UCO. Like tomorrow I'm booked with UCO's it's like they're doing like a gala, I think it's like for scholarships for LGBT students.
Mm-hmm. That's not the old Hollywood Gala, is it?
I think so. Oh yeah! Are you gonna be there?
No, it was sold out.
Ah shit, well that's cool.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm always so surprised whenever people, I don't know why I should be surprised. I mean, I guess they booked me for a reason, but I think I'm just cynical. But you know, it's like this event, I'm like, you want like a loudmouth fucking drag queen.
Yes.
Okay, cool, then I'll be there.
Well, don't shortchange yourself. There's something fun.
There's something they like about me, I guess, Mom.
Mm-hmm. That's sure how it sounds.
Ain't that it? Ain't that the darndest?
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so I'm doing that tonight, and then I'm working at the Boom. Might as well just book myself out, you know?
Yeah, you might as well. Not like you need days off or anything.
Girl, like, what's that like?
You're a student, you got these 2 jobs.
A what? A day off?
Ugh.
I don't think my mind understands. I make sure that I get time. My special time.
Oh,
my time of the month.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Special Joshy time.
Yeah, well, that's nice too. I mean, like, he gets it. You know, I've definitely been with people who don't do theater, they don't do drag, they don't get it. They just, like... And he's a Scorpio, and so... And he's very creative, and, like, he gets it. Which is always fun. Like, it just makes it so much easier. I've never dated somebody who gets it.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
Who can, like, understand if I'm just, like, fucking pissed off because, like, you know... I can get my eyelash on.
Yeah. Well, he does drag too, right?
Yeah, so he started doing drag this year. And it was like right after Dragonfly. And he was like, okay, I want to do it. And I was like, okay, cool, let's do it.
Oh, he went to Dragonfly with you?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he went and he was my support team. And
your handler.
Fun. Yes, my wrangler, really. Carmen Wrangler. Just gets to a point where you're like, okay, girl, calm down.
It's good to have one of those.
Yeah. But it's fun. It's kind of like a challenge at first, I think, because I've never really had to, like, share stuff or be so... I don't know, you have to kind of, like, open yourself up whenever you're with, you know, your partner, and so it's, like, almost like I've never had to, like, share, like, that special, like, drag, you know, because for, like, a lot of relationships, people kind of, like, not really condemned me, but they were, like... It was a big thing where they're like, I don't want you to do drag. And I'm like, well, that ain't going to happen because it's put food on the table. So, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like to have somebody who's so supportive like that, but who also like wants to be a part of that world. And it's like, it's kind of hard. I'm a Pisces, so it's hard for me to like, but but I did. I mean, it took a little while, but you know, and it's fun. Like we're able to like enjoy each other's company like that now, I guess. You know?
That's amazing.
You know, it's cool. I enjoy it.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
That's fun.
I'm glad we closed that door. There's someone speaking very loudly on the other side of it.
I know. I'm like, alright, girl. If I need to tell them like
we're okay.
Okay, cool.
They're not really getting picked up.
Okay, cool.
Maybe a little bit, but we'll be okay.
I'll just talk over them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you barely need a microphone. It's amazing. It's like you were in show business.
I know something. I told you I was very shy.
Yes, you can really project. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't have that power.
I can throw my voice.
I can throw other stuff.
I can throw my voice and shoes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, what else do I want to ask you? Good God.
Great gravy.
What tips do you have for kids that want to get into drag? Especially if they're like OSU students who might see you in the flesh.
In the flesh.
Dragonfly.
Oh, God. I'm going to get some more money for flesh.
Oh.
You know, it's just like show business, and I think that anybody can do it. I think, well, maybe not anybody. I think it's, I think you should try it. You know, it's like, I think if somebody wants to do it, you gotta try it first. See if you like it, and if it's something, if you're like, oh my God, I've got to do more of it. Like, I want more glamour. I think it's very easy to give up, and I think it's easy to see somebody who is better than you, prettier than you, like more established, more whatever. And it's easy to like get discouraged, but I mean, everybody started where they are at some point. Whether you're in theater, whether you're, you know, in a, you know, an up and coming drag queen or anything, it's like, you know, there's room for it, you know, there's never a shortage, like, you know, it's, I don't know, it's like, just, it takes practice. I think it's harder than it looks sometimes, especially like whenever you are, once you are like doing shows a lot, you are having like getting drag like every single night, and you're like, and trying to have a social life and a love life and like all of that. It's, you know, it's scary, and it's not easy, and it can be very like, you know, lonely sometimes. You can be surrounded by so many people, and sometimes you still feel like lonely because you're like, I just need to like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, you know, it's just like find your local like amateur night or do some Dragonfly business and see what you think.
It does look like a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun too, absolutely. Like, don't get me wrong, it's like the best job I ever had and the longest job I've ever had.
Too bad it's only once a year, huh?
Right, exactly. But it's cool, and like you can make a living out of it. You can, you know, you can live off of it, like if you want to. But it's like, how bad do you want it? You know,
it's a good way to put it.
Yeah. The show business, you gotta push somebody down the stairs every once in a while. I'm just kidding. Don't push anybody down the stairs.
Yeah, it seems
unless you have to. Then you can show girls like no leave alone that all the way down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Break a leg a little bit far there.
Exactly.
But I'm not sure that's what they meant.
And that's how I got into showbiz.
Oh.
Just kidding.
The leading lady broke a leg mysteriously.
Exactly.
These things, they happen.
Don't you forget it.
Oh my lord. Okay. So, we've talked a little bit about this already, but the college crowd seems pretty different from your regular bar crowd.
They are. I think it's because they're deprived from the drag, you know, unless they go to the big city and they want to see the drag show. Like, they don't see it all the time like people in the city do, you know? So I think that they're just like so excited to like get some culture in their lives. I'm just kidding. But anyway, I don't know. I think it's just something like so out of the box, like so out of the ordinary that people don't see all the time, which is something that I love and that I kind of want to. I always try and instill into like my drag, which is like, you don't even know what I'm about to come out on stage. You know, there are some people I think that are predictable, but I'm like, I like to keep it a mystery.
Oh.
If you will.
Is it asking to give away your secrets if I ask how you keep it a mystery?
Oh, just whenever people tell you, ask what song you're doing, just be like, I don't know. But half the time I really don't know. I'm just kidding. People want to know, I'm like, but what's the point? Because then it won't be a surprise. And then you won't be,
surprised.
All excited about my weirdness.
That's reasonable.
You know.
I
don't like the way this shit's turning out. I'm gonna wipe it off and start all over.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
It's looking pretty good from here.
Thank you.
There's a lot of transformation happening here.
There sure is. Let me tell you all about it.
So, how does drag queen makeup work?
Well, not as well as one would think.
Oh.
Just kidding. And it works like, what do you mean? Like, what is it? Like, what is like the technique or what is that?
Yeah, give me your secrets.
Oh, I think it just involves just like using, I think it all depends on like how you use your shit. And by shit, I mean makeup. I think that it definitely takes a lot of practice. Like, you don't necessarily, I don't like to do the same face every time I do drag. Some people, that's how it works. It's like, they know their face, they're not really like super makeup artists, but they know how to like get this whatever done.
You just drawn like a straight line across your eyelid diagonally. I was like, oh, she'll put a delicate line for a beautiful cat's eye. And then you started grinding it in.
Cover it all.
I love it.
I think for me, everybody's aesthetic is different, but I like that kind of fierceness. Dramatic. And it's funny because like women all the time are like, I want you to do my makeup like that. I'm like, baby, you're going to look like a clown. Unless you're into that kind of thing and you're paying me money, then I will definitely make you look like a clown.
Well, you do a lot of comedy in your acts.
I do. I love to make people laugh, and it's really just like a bunch of weird shit that come from the weird dark places of my mind that people think are funny.
Oh!
I don't know. There's definitely like definitely a place of weirdness that I think like allows me to like create weird stuff. Like, I don't know.
I feel like a lot of people have that and just maybe don't know how to tap into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've tapped into it, honey. I've been through some weird shit, I tell you.
You've made a career out of it, my
I
God.
sure have.
If it works, it works.
It works. And I think once I found out, it's like, oh, people think this shit's funny. Why?
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
It's pretty different from like a circus clown or a horror
Right.
clown, though.
And I like that. I mean, I think it's, I used to call myself, oh, what is that? Damn it, I forgot what I used to call myself.
And you were there.
And I was there, damn it. Damn. Oh, a glorified stripper clown.
Oh!
Yeah.
I'm not sure how they would take that.
So I'm going to put that on my business card.
They might not take you back to Dragonfly. After
Damn
that.
it. Well, hey, if they've taken me back after 3 incidents with the police, I'd say they're stupid.
You only
just
told
kidding.
me about 2 of them.
Oh, how many did I just say?
3?
Oh, I meant 2.
Are you sure?
I think
I
so.
don't know if I believe you.
Damn it. No, it's probably just 2. Yeah.
Well, alright. Shit.
Damn. Yeah, it was just those 2 times. But yeah, every year I'm like, they're like, hey, this is so-and-so from Dragonfly. Oh, okay. Cool.
They introduce you as from Dragonfly?
Oh, no, like whenever they call me to like see,
Oh.
you know, if they're like, if I'm interested in like hosting this year or something, they're like, it's like, oh wow, okay. You want to meet back? Sure, yeah, totally, yeah.
Oh.
Surprisingly.
Have they called you for this year yet?
I can't remember. I think so. I think that's a trick question. I'm gonna say yes.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I honestly don't know.
I'm like, maybe.
I'm not trying to trick you, I promise.
Yes. Don't fuck with me, I'm very fragile.
She's very shy. She's very introverted.
I know. Having to do my makeup in the dark.
Ugh, yes. On camera, no
On
less.
camera.
My God. So, what's your experience been like working with the kids that put on Dragonfly?
Oh, they're just so sweet. I mean, they're fun. You know, and there are some that do it like every year. It's like, how long have you been going here? You know? But it is like, to a lot of people, it's like they're gay pride almost. Like it's a chance, and like they get so excited, they get their like friends together, and you know, the amount of support like from their friends is like, I think, one of the coolest things.
Oh.
Yeah, it's cool.
See, I think in the earlier years, we were recruiting people from like the frat houses.
Oh yes, I love that. Because I think when there's like a couple of frat guys in it, I'm like, yes, bring them all.
Tell me more. What happened?
Nothing fun.
Oh.
I know.
I did hear a story once that some of the imported queens to Stillwater were being housed at the Atherton Hotel.
Oh yes, we would stay there. I think we stayed there last year too.
Yeah.
It was always really nice. I don't know if I can do orange with this.
Oh.
I had to go back. Sorry.
Oh, no. Okay.
It's just not the right orange.
Orange is hard to match with
I
anyway.
know. I just need that like orange. Like orange.
Maybe like a burnt umber.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a color, right?
Burnt auburn.
That's
Is that
fine.
what you said?
Burnt umber.
Burnt umber.
Yes, it's a paint color.
I'll take it.
I mean, I have some oil paint in my truck if you want some.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
It's very bad for your skin, I think, but it would look nice.
I'll try it.
Okay, maybe later.
Right.
Let's see.
Oh, there we go. I can put orange right there.
Oh, good. Now, I want to ask you more questions, but I also don't want to just harass you.
Well, that's what we're here for, girls, for you to harass me.
That's true. So, tell me about the frat boys. Did you get to, like, help do their makeup or anything?
No.
Oh.
I don't do that.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I think it was like their friends that like put them in. I just kind of like showed up, and then they were like, sitting there looking uncomfortable. And I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Oh.
I'm like, good. And then somebody had like some kind of cup of some kind of liquor. And we drank it, and it was fun.
Oh.
Yeah, students.
Yeah, that's
Come
how they
prepared, And
Probably
that's why I
just
love
come.
them. Exactly. I'm like, God, kids drink as much as I do.
do. Well, it's college.
Exactly.
That's what they do. I've
What else is there to do?
definitely heard some stories from Dennis.
Oh, God.
Did you get to have a nice time with him?
I like whenever we would go and like party.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was like my ride or die.
Oh.
Yeah.
He seems really sweet.
Yeah, we had so much fun.
Oh. You and him are about the same age, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. I think he turned 30 this year too, I think.
Oh.
30s.
Wow.
Dirty 30s.
Everybody's aging with Dragonfly.
I know, really, that's how we base our life, basically.
Honestly. It's not a bad base, though.
Right.
It's a fascinating phenomenon, really.
It really is.
Yeah.
The birth of so much glamour.
Yeah.
How could the world take it?
Sometimes I wonder if it can.
I don't think it can.
We're gonna try. By God.
God willing.
Honestly. So... you did the show in Riverside. You've done the show in Stillwater.
I did, and I've done pageants in like Tennessee and Minneapolis.
Wow.
I've done shows in like Texas. Where else? It's really so scattered everywhere. I think like I did mainly a lot of shows in like the Midwest, I think. I haven't really ventured off to like New York, but it's always like nice to know that you have a booking if you do go out of town, like somewhere cool like that.
Yeah.
People are like, Dad, just come to New York, you have a booking. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So how is a show, especially like first of all, a regular drag show at a bar and then Dragonfly, different from like the pageant circuit? What's the pageant circuit like?
The pageant circuit is, it's still there. It's always going to be there, It's definitely, compared to like a drag show, it's more it's a pageant, like people spend thousands of dollars on their gowns and like their backup dancers and like they want to win and like they have high standards because these people like travel like the country as like kind of like a representative like for that pageant. And so, yeah.
So it's like a Miss America pageant?
It is. It's just like it, and you have not really like a platform. Some people do, or some pageants do, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like the Mr. Leather's gotta have a platform.
Right, it's like more, I don't know, harnesses for poor people. Just kidding. But I'm not saying that you have to have a platform or anything, but like, I don't know, these people it's fun. Like, having a pageant, like having a title is, that's cool.
Oh,
I haven't had like a national title, but you can do a lot with it, and like you're well received from like, I don't know, everybody. Not everybody. I don't know. I don't know if that's answering your question.
Yes.
Okay.
I do see a beautiful little rhinestone. It looks like a belt buckle over here that says Miss Gay Oklahoma 2015.
Oh yes.
How did you get that? Who did you steal it from?
Well, I had to kill everybody. Murder. So that was my first year competing, and it's a pretty prestigious title, like in Oklahoma. There's like, I think I was like the 44th or like the 43rd Miss Oklahoma. Yeah, it's nuts. Like, there's so much history, and there's so many like former Miss Oklahomas who have like passed and stuff, especially like, because all this was going on like during like the AIDS epidemic, and so there's so much history there, but it's also it's cool to be a part of that.
That's really neat.
Yeah, and like whenever I first started doing drag, I'd always heard about like Miss Oklahoma, and it was always like I don't know. If you're like a queen in Oklahoma and you wanted to get like you won Miss Oklahoma, and so And I did it like on my first try.
Wow.
Yeah. Which I like won some other like pageants and stuff before, but I don't know. There's definitely people love their Miss Oklahomas.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I'll have to get a picture of it. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's my so that's just a little you can look at it if you want to. It's like a pendant.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my crown. I don't know where it's at. I lost it in the move, but I'll find it someday.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just like a little pendant that you just like wear for ribbons and stuff.
It's so shiny. My God.
Yeah, sparkle, sparkle, huh?
That's beautiful.
Thanks.
Have you done other competitions?
I've done a few. The other one that like I went to nationals with was for Miss Gay, USMA newcomer, which it was the first year of that system, and so in Oklahoma I'm considered like the emeritus, which is like stands for like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So well, that's kind of cool. But you had to like win a state or like a prelim or something to go to it. So that's how I got there.
Cool.
But I competed. I didn't win. I think I placed like almost last.
But you competed, by God.
Damn it, I did it.
You were there, and that counts for something. Showing up is a lot of the problem, honestly.
Yeah, you know what? It's hard work out there sometimes.
Yeah, you did better than everyone who didn't go.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, what do you look forward to about Dragonfly, to get back to it?
I love... Oh God, I just like love like meeting all the new people. Like, I think I'm like meeting the new queens. I think it's I don't know. Like as I get older, I'm like, man, like when am I gonna stop doing this? Because it's gonna happen like eventually, where somebody else is gonna have to, you know. But I don't know. I think I definitely love like the party, like afterward, like just going out, like it's fun. But I think walking out as like your first steps, and you're like, "What's up, Dragonfly? How's everybody doing?" And then people just lose their minds. Like
That seems really satisfying.
it's very satisfying, and it's like you realize right then you're like, "Oh yeah, that's why I'm doing this, because it's so much fucking fun."
Oh man.
Yeah, it was work, of course, but like it's fun.
It sounds like good work, though.
Oh, totally.
It seems like what you've been saying is that there's sort of a joy in Dragonfly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Do you see that in other places?
I do. I mean, even like doing like these stage shows at the Boom, like it's definitely still like gratifying.
Mm-hmm.
And like doing the stage shows, especially like the musicals where, you know, you're doing like a show, like you're mic'd up, you're like doing all of it, and people are packing a house to come see you. It's pretty cool.
That's wonderful.
I think it definitely makes me feel like okay, like you're doing what you need to be doing right now.
That sounds
You have to kind of check yourself every once in a while, you know, be like, okay, so what's going on?
No.
Yeah.
Do you have somebody you would like peg to be your successor for Dragonfly one day? Or are you even at that point?
Well, I think I just have to blow the place up because nobody else can do it. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I don't know.
Like, have there been other people that have been there for several years running?
Not really, because like after one of my friends like moved away, who I had do it like for a few years.
Oh.
He was the only other one that like, you know, did it. It was DeJoria McQueen, but she fell in love and moved to Arizona.
Oh, happens to the best of us.
I know, right? I'm like, well, enjoy your fucking 80-degree weather.
Oof.
You know.
Yeah.
It's hot.
It's so hot there.
But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, which I feel like maybe I should. Why? Are they firing me?
No, I just wondered about that
Okay.
because we were talking about Jackie.
Yeah.
Is it Jackie or Jackie?
Jackie.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I
Oh, that's
mispronounced
okay.
it.
Well, I don't care.
She's not here.
Not with us.
She's still alive, for the record.
Oh, okay.
She's not with us anymore.
Yeah.
Good lord. I'm trying not to curse because I'm the interviewer.
Oh yes, don't
Sounds
curse. You're not
professional.
allowed to say
Yes.
fuck or anything like that.
I'm very fucking professional.
Do you have to like edit all of my fucks and everything?
I don't know. I think we'll be fine.
You could do it and just be like burp, and you're like, oh my god, burp, 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 burp.
This is more beeps than words.
Mm-hmm.
This is wild. Okay. Another Dragonfly question.
Go for it.
If there was anything you would change about it, would you change anything?
Give me a bigger space and give me a catwalk.
Like in the West Watkins Center?
Yeah.
It seems like that was a better performance space.
Oh, totally. I'm sure they can do it, you know.
Yeah. Do you have any idea why they moved it to the Union?
I think just because it's part of like the student activities board, or student union activities board, I guess that's putting it on.
Yeah.
Because they wanted it to be, I guess, in their area. Or that was like one of the stipulations. I don't know.
Well, I also heard that in 2014 there was somebody doing an Aerial Silks number.
Oh yeah, that was my friend. Oh wait, who was that? That was Vanity.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She was cool. Yeah, she can like do like the fire breathing shit and all
What?
kinds of stuff. Yeah, I'm like, you're a fucking triple threat.
A
Please
wizard.
get off the stage because I'd like to make some money.
Oh. So how did Aerial Silks work in the West Watkins Center? What happened?
I don't know. I guess they were able to like rig them up
Wow.
and yeah, magic, I guess.
Magic drag queen spinning
Magic
from the
drag
ceiling.
queen spinning from the ceiling. She pulled some strings.
Oh.
Oh, you walked right into that one. Yeah. So I don't know. She was like, I'm gonna do silks. I was like, okay, well, I know I had to talk to somebody about it and be like, okay, maybe this person wants to do silks. Is this gonna be okay? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, what if she has her own insurance and stuff? They're like, okay, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Do you have any memory of who you talked to?
Oh God, a lady.
A lady.
A lady.
And this was in what, 2014? Yeah, 2014 is the last year in the West Watkins Center.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull that particular image of that face and make that your picture,
I'm
rather
like-
than that beautiful one I took of you and Emin.
Yeah.
Half made up, no wig.
Right. Confused. I'm like, yeah.
Being asked difficult questions by
I have to take off my top.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Mom always said if you're gonna take your top off, get the money up front.
That's smart.
Uh-huh.
Get the money up top.
Yeah.
Okay. So, strategic question. Are you getting close to finishing? Should I keep asking questions or would you like to wrap it out?
Oh, you can ask as many questions as you'd like, Dawn.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of what else I wanted to ask.
Whenever you need to stop, that's alright.
Okay.
If
Oh
you run
my-
out of questions, that's fine.
I have all these lists of things. Do you remember any students that were just buck wild amazing?
No, they were all terrible.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Oh God, I don't know.
Does anybody stick out as extraordinarily good, or do you remember any numbers that were just awful, awful,
Oh
awful?
my God. They were awful. Oh my God, what's her fucking name?
Her name has been removed for privacy's sake. It's fine.
What is that? Ami Redo.
Mm-hmm.
She's the bitch that was like in school for like 92 years. I'm like, girl, are you still here? She's like, yeah. It was fun. She's awesome. I think this past year she actually graduated.
Oh, good for her. Finally, huh?
Yeah.
Amy Riddle. Oh, 2016. That show was 4.5 hours long.
Fuck.
There were 8 amateurs, 4 pros, and each pro had 2 numbers.
I think this year was the only year in history that we ever ended up kind of on time.
Good job.
Thank you.
And
It was hard.
the theme was galactic. Do you ever get involved with like the themes for Dragonfly and do numbers?
They kind of
accordingly?
help me and stuff. They like they're like, we're gonna get the set, and it's just like a bunch of balloons. I'm like, just don't even have the fucking balloons.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that was such a funny thing. I just lost my train of thought because I was amused. Oh my god. So, what do you think of like the sets? Who makes the sets even?
Not time. I don't know. I think that the children make them.
Bless their hearts.
Bless their little hearts. I know. I'm like, just don't even worry about a set.
Yeah, it seems like a set's kind of extraneous for a drag show, but it does make it fun too, I think.
Does it?
Well, they seem to like
does
making
it make it
them.
fun? Yes, it's fun for them.
Yeah.
But hard for me to get around.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, we had like a
I'm gonna
candy
sound like
land.
such a bitch whenever this is played. They're like, God damn.
Well,
Maybe.
this
Well,
is from a performer's standpoint.
Well,
so
I am.
educational for the children.
Yes, no, don't fuck with me.
She'll beat you with her
I
cane.
will. I will wound myself.
My god.
Yeah, no, the kids do some sets. It's really cute. They really enjoy it. You know what's really nice? They always do such a great job. I love the balloons.
That was very sweet. So do they call you and tell you the theme so that you can try and do like a themed show? Or
Yes.
how does that work?
So like we don't really do. I mean, they do the theme. They have the theme, which I think is like more for the student performers. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my sinuses are like going crazy today.
It's that time of year.
I know, I hate it. Damn it. But they, and I think that we do like an opening number, and like they kind of base their opening number costume on like the Galactic or like Jungle Girls or, you know, whatever. And,
Glamazons of the Amazon.
Glamazons of the Amazon. And so that's kind of what they do for that, but like I don't ever base all of my numbers. I might do one number.
Yeah, you seem kind of hard to pin down.
Yeah, it's like, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I don't want to come out there and them expect what I'm going to do. You know, kind of that whole thing we talked about.
Yeah, we talked about that. For sure. Let's see, pretty recently, the last few years, is the first time we gotten drag kings involved.
Yes.
Like, you've performed with kings before, haven't you?
I have.
Let's see. Where did you first perform with kings? Just like in the bars?
Oh, well, at the rec room, yeah, in the bars for sure. Yeah.
It seems like kings have become a thing more.
They are. I think they're just as important as like having drag queens. You know, like it's especially for like they're not all lesbians. You know, like or I don't know. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, they're not all women.
They're not all women, and like which is fine. You know, it's totally cool. I think. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. You know, I have a lot of drag king friends and like, you know, trans men friends, and so.
There seems like a pretty good sized overlap there.
Yeah, it's
Not that I dated one or anything.
Tell me more.
Later.
Right. But yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they are able to be a part of it, because I think a lot of people just get confused and they just think of drag queens. It's like, no, like there's other types of like queer entertainment, you know, like
For sure.
and yeah.
Do you think Dragonfly has a future in like less specifically drag queen drag?
Oh, like doing a like male performer or like a like folk queen kind of thing,
Yeah.
or like divas. I guess I don't know what they prefer to be called.
I'm not sure.
I think it'd be cool. I mean, like it's such a thing now that I don't see why not. Like why they shouldn't be more involved. You know.
Yeah.
Because especially if they're like, we want to do it, but obviously there's a market and like not a market, but you know,
there's a desire.
A desire for people to get involved and like get to share their art.
For sure.
And spread their little wings.
Oh. It is very sweet to see them like doing drag for the first time.
And blossoming.
Yeah.
Blossoming like little fawns.
Like little beautiful flowers.
Yes.
You've gotten to see a lot of that with Dragonfly, haven't you?
I have. It's been kind of cool. Well, because sometimes, like, whether they're in school or not, or you see kind of the same people each year, and you're like, oh, look at you. You're getting better.
Oh.
Or, look at you. You're getting worse. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
Just kidding. No, but it's cool. And they look up to you. Like, they have, like, questions and stuff. And like, okay, and help me. Like, what can I fix? It's like, you just gotta go out there and give it your all. And some of them are really freaking good.
Oh.
Who was the one that was like last year? I think his name was like Miss Kitty or something.
Let me see.
She was cute.
I don't have a Miss Kitty.
Maybe that wasn't her name.
2018. I've got Opalescence, Cheryl Ann, Jeez Louise, Xenon, and Rex Cherry.
Maybe it was Jeez Louise.
Maybe.
I can't remember.
She
But she was
was-
good. She was very like,
She was Asthma the previous year.
oh, shit. Musical. She was like a musical theater girl.
I don't know. There was Cheryl Ann.
Maybe
too.
it was Opalescence.
It was Opalescence's first time.
Hmm.
This is the first time she'd ever done drag. I'm actually going to interview her.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. She's from Tahlequah. She's very sweet. Have you ever been to Tahlequah?
Hell no. I'm just kidding. I have not.
Apparently they have a drag show there.
They do, and a couple of my friends will like bring it up there and like host it, which is cool. Yeah.
Do you know every drag queen in the state?
Well, I do know how to get around.
Been around the state a couple of times, huh?
I've been around the block. I've been a lot of places and seen a lot of faces. And they would fuck.
It's nice to be friendly, huh?
It sure is. I was singing a Missy Elliott song under my breath, and I didn't want to get scabbed anybody.
It's all good.
I'm good.
Let's see.
In the head.
Ooh. I guess that's the trouble with dragonflies, that once you see them starting to get good, then they graduate and you never see them again.
Pretty much, unless you like see them in the dressing room, you're like, oh, so you started to make a career for yourself now.
Oh, has that happened?
Well, no, not really.
Oh, I was so hoping for a story.
I really do wish, I don't know, I mean, I wish they would. I mean, like, especially if they want to, it's like you can, but again, it's like you're also like a college student and like you're, trying to balance your life and go to school. So, it's hard. And I know that now, like being a student, I'm like, what the fuck am I, what am I doing?
And you're like a grown-up.
I know, I'm like, oh my god, this is a good decision. And it was.
Ugh, I can't believe we're the adults now.
I know, I'm like, who the fuck decided to put my ass in charge?
I know. Well, you've been running Dragonfly for several years now.
I know. Guess that's why. Damn it.
Well, you're doing good.
Well, thanks. Hasn't burned down yet.
It sure hasn't. Maybe we can get it moved back to the West Walk-in Center.
Oh, I would live for that.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
Let's see. I'm thinking while I'm reading, which is not working out very well. But do you have a favorite theme? Do you care anything about the themes? Or do you just kind of get up there and do your thing?
We did a Wizard of Oz. I think it's like my first time hosting at the West Walk-ins.
Mm-hmm.
We did a Wizard of Oz theme, which is cool.
Oh.
And I came out in a little Dorothy costume with somebody's dog.
You had a live dog?
Mm-hmm. It was really cute. I
Oh.
know, I made the front page of the Okali.
Oh.
It was really cute because I'm like Dorothy'd up and my little holding this dog.
A little dog.
Dragonfly is awesome. Whatever it said.
I'm sure it was exactly that.
Just like that. But yeah. That was probably my favorite. I just love the set. It was my first year. Me and Raven almost got arrested.
Oh, yeah.
That was
that
the
was
same
that
year.
same year, huh? You told me Raven... Oh, no. There was Raja, and you loved Raja.
Loved Raja.
And then there was Raven.
Loved Raven.
You loved Raven?
Mm-hmm.
What was Raven like?
Oh, she was really cool. She was also like, just like real people, But she was cool. I think we kind of share kind of the same sense of humor. We're kind of like dark and kind of cynical almost.
Oh.
But yeah, she was really cool. I met her before with like Vanity.
Oh.
When we were in LA. And so it's good to kind of catch up and see her again. But yeah, she was cool, you know?
Yeah.
I think everybody that they've had was really cool.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Let's see. What about Chad Michaels?
Awesome. Just like standing next to fucking Cher. It's like, yep, I'm talking to Cher right now.
Did you get to hang out with her at all?
Not really.
Oh.
I know. I think she was like she had like a flight to go on, or like she wasn't feeling very good. She was still really cool and was like very gracious with like pictures and like it was awesome.
That's sweet.
Yeah. But she's also older as well. So I think she was tired.
Gotta go home and put her feet up.
Which I'm like, I don't blame you. I'm like, take me with you. I wish put my feet up too.
You love to party with the college kids.
I do, I know. The one year I missed out, I'm like, okay, well, I'm never doing that again.
Oh, missing out or going back to Dragonfly?
Well, I missed out on going out and partying because I was with a fuddy duddy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
It's amazing what a difference a good boyfriend makes. Huh?
God damn it! I'm like, why didn't I listen to you? Anyways.
And then they broke up.
And then we broke up.
Reader, they broke up.
All for the best. Thank God. We're friends now, I guess.
So, okay, wait. You were there in 2007. 2008. The only information I have is this weird, like, chunk of a newspaper article that says that Dennis Rudisil was involved. And the theme was, dude looks like a lady?
Oh, God.
Do you remember that?
Oh, God. Was that in 2008?
Was that the actual theme?
That might have been.
That's wild.
Maybe. I don't know. Unless maybe that was like... I don't know. I don't think it was.
Then what? Oh, like...
Maybe
honestly,
it was like the publishing. They were like...
I'm not sure. It was a very strange article, riddled with spelling errors anyway.
Oh,
so
God.
It's kind of a mixed bag with the O'Colly. Sometimes you get people who are going to be really good reporters. And then sometimes you get people who maybe didn't realize they were going to be published.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, kind of a mixed bag. But it was a variety show, is what I also have. What is a drag variety show format?
I mean, I guess just like regular drag show. I mean, I guess that there's like drag kings and stuff. It could be variety, or like maybe people are doing different acts or something.
Stupid human tricks or something?
Probably stupid humans.
Basically. But my God.
2008. I'm trying to think where was that at?
That was in the, oh my God, I just closed my whole notebook. In the Starlight Terrace in the Student Union. So that would be up there where you were changing in like the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah.
Favorite place.
Not even like a cruisy bathroom. Just a regular one.
How about cruisy boozy bathrooms?
Oh, that's the library.
Oh.
Well, it was. Not so much anymore. But that's neither here nor there.
Well.
We can talk about that after.
Oh, well, tell me now, where was that again?
I'll just show you next time you're on campus.
Oh, okay, cool.
But there have been a couple of different formats for Dragonfly.
Mm-hmm.
Have those been particularly impactful for you as a participant and a host?
I always like it whenever they don't do a pageant. I think if it was just like a regular drag show, because it like putting competition on it puts a damper on shit. It makes people more stressed out than they need to be. You know, like pageants are cool and stuff, but then it's like, oh, by the way, you're gonna have to be competing against all these other bitches, and it's like, why can't you just make it a college drag show and just have fun with it?
It does seem like it would be more fun if you weren't competing.
Right. That's what I was thinking anyway.
So if you ran the perfect Dragonfly, what would it be like?
Oh God, I don't know.
Go wild. Unlimited budget.
If there's an unlimited budget, y'all better not have a set, and I better be having a fat check. Just kidding. I don't know. I mean, I think I just want everybody to feel like happy and I don't know. That sounds stupid. Don't put that in there.
We'll scrub that part out.
Right. God, I don't know. Just like a really cool space, like a packed house, a cool space.
Hard to come by in Stillwater, I think.
Yeah, you know. I don't know. I want to be able to drop from the sky, from a helicopter and a parachute. I'm gonna have a jetpack and fly around the OSU stadium.
Oh, I like that.
That's where it should be, is a damn stadium.
The football stadium.
Yep. Where it's gonna be.
Drag queens on the 50-yard line.
Yes.
Oh my god. Imagine a football-themed drag show.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to get some more pads. Terrible. Just terrible.
Let's see. Okay. How about we go ahead and wrap up the interview so you can finish doing your makeup and get ready. I'll take you some nice pictures.
That sounds good. Thanks, Mom.
So, what's your favorite part about Dragonfly? I feel like I mentioned this before.
I think just like hearing everybody's screams of ecstasy whenever I step out.
That does seem very satisfying.
That's very satisfying. But really, I just save it up for the whole year. And, I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, but it's fun. I think everybody just gets so amped up for it, which is awesome.
That does seem nice. Yeah. Is there anything else you would like to say to the budding drag performers out there?
Oh God, just be yourselves, kids. Be yourselves. Be your best version of yourself, and don't forget to blend. One must blend.
I think that's a perfect note to end on.
Right.
Thank you.